What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Minute channel. I do want to apologize because I don't have the correct equipment for this, but I still want to do this video. I'm at work right now, but we had a 2-hour live stream today, and we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot of new stuff regarding Persona 5 Scramble, and it's just exciting and interesting. Now, one thing that I want to commend Atlas for before we actually start the video is that Atlas actually had basically a mirror live stream with a YouTuber that was able to do the English translating, so to speak. Not really completely translated, but at least we had a little bit more information than usual. So that was pretty cool that they actually did that. If you're interested in watching that English one, I'll leave a link in the description sometime today. But let's go ahead and talk about all the news and everything that happened, because this basically had new details, gameplay, a bunch of really cool stuff, and I frankly again excited to see what's going on and everything, because it is looking really good. But we're gonna start with pretty much they started the video just going over Persona 5, because it looks like this is gonna be the sequel for Persona 5, and we did talk about this before, and they spent a lot of time just kind of doing kind of like a character description for most of the characters and introducing what they were about and everything like that. That being said, they are actually gonna be doing separate trailers for each different character. Joker is gonna have his trailer tomorrow, so keep an eye on that for that same time, 6 a.m. Eastern time. So pretty cool stuff. So they're actually doing that. So there are gonna be different modes for this particular game, including an easy mode. So if you just want to enjoy the story and that kind of stuff, that is pretty cool. It's good that they're gonna do that. They are looking to do this more towards appealing all the different characters and everything like that. So it's good that they're trying to appeal to pretty much all the Persona fans out there and everything like that. So as far as what we have about the story, so to speak, and this is where I kind of wish they had revealed a little bit more, but they didn't. But this is basically taking about a couple months after the end of Persona 5. So Joker is back in town again, and they're gonna go on vacation, basically, all the party members and everything. This game takes 6 months, so now some of these characters have grown a lot or have developed since then. For example, Makoto and Haru are now university students, so that is awesome to see, because I always want to see them grow and everything like that. So it's good that they're doing that. And a lot of the characters and confidence and that kind of stuff are still being kept in secret, so we don't know if there's additional characters showing up and everything. There is a what I would call kind of like a confusion right now, whether this is gonna be a sequel to Persona 5 or to Persona 5 Royal. Some people are implying that this is only gonna be a sequel to the original Persona 5 and not Persona 5 Royal, because we haven't seen characters like Kasumi, which is a new party member, and that kind of stuff. And that might be spoilers, and that might be stuff that they don't want to reveal yet due to the game just coming out recently. But it is interesting to think about, so I'm curious about it as well and everything. So speaking of new characters, we do have three new characters that they talked about. One of them being Sophia. So Sophia is, we had talked about her before. She's the new character, she's the redhead and everything. Her code name is Sophie, which is what I have talked about before in the previous videos, and she has a persona named Pidos. So she uses yo-yos as meaning to attack and everything like that. We have seen that in the trailer as well. And she's looking to make friends with humans, implying that she might not be human. As to what she is, we don't know, but she does join the party as a party member, and it'll be interesting to see her story and everything like that. So I'm curious as far as what's going on with her, what her deal is and everything like that. Is she somebody like a shadow, or like a, you know, something like that? Is always interesting to see how it happens and everything. So the other new character that we have, or one of the other new characters that we have, is a character that we saw very briefly in Shibuya. No information on her is revealed, on it that she has a green hair, and she looks pretty cool. I do like her design a lot. And the other one is Hasegawa Senkichi. So he is the new detective. We seen him in the trailer that we saw a couple weeks ago, and he's chasing after the phantom thieves. Now it's unknown whether he's really the bad guy or not. It is implied to, however. When they were asked they asked the producer if he was a human. He refused to answer, so we actually don't know if he's a human or not as well. He might be something else, which is also pretty interesting and everything. So as far as the gameplay, we have seen some gameplay and we have a pretty good idea of what it is. It's very explorational based, where you can go around the different areas in Japan and discover more and everything like that. You can use your exploration based abilities to fight as well, where you can sneak around and everything like that as well. So it's pretty cool. You can actually do all kinds of stuff like that and everything. So they as far as the actual fighting and everything like that, it looks like you are gonna be able to use skills and personas. So I think it does kind of slow down time when you're using the personas, so you're able to kind of use your tactics and kind of see how you want to do it and everything like that. They did talk about some, for example, having somebody like Pixie, which is a healer, a persona healer, and you can utilize her while you're fighting to heal yourself and fight and everything like that. So that was one of the examples they did there. You can also use guns and everything like that. You're able to freely aim and everything. So that's pretty cool that they actually did that. And baton pass is back. So that was a feature they had in Persona 5 where you could pass on to a different character. Seeing that you're able to kind of utilize that, you can also switch between 4 different party members. The analog sticks, not the analog stick, but the other sticks, you're able to actually switch between 4 different party members, and it looks pretty cool. While you're not using those party members, they are still the AI is moving them and everything like that, so that is pretty cool. We have seen that and everything like that. So we talked about the persona and summoning and everything like that. We talk about how it kind of slows down time and you're able to attack and choose where you're attacking and everything like that. So that is pretty cool. A lot of the stuff that we've seen is interesting to see. And there is an attack range which is different depending on what kind of attack and everything like that. So the weaknesses and strengths are still in the game, so that's still a mechanic that they did and everything like that. And they're still having that showtime thing where you can do like an ultimate attack with move and everything like that. We've seen that before, so it's pretty interesting, and a lot of attacks still in there. So I'm glad to see that a lot of the core mechanics of Persona 5 are still gonna be in here. So that is pretty cool and everything like that. Personas can be befriended and fusion as well, so you're still doing a lot of those same things that you do on the previous game, which is pretty cool to see about it and everything. So that is pretty much as far as that kind of stuff. Just as a slight reminder, Persona 5 Scramble is still gonna have a trailer tomorrow, which is gonna be like the trailer for Joker, so keep an eye on it for you. I will do a video about this as well, and I apologize for the sound. I don't know how good or bad it sounds, but I can imagine that it sounds pretty bad. Anyway, that is pretty for today, guys. If you're new, please consider liking and subscribing, as I'm new here on YouTube, and I'll see you next time. This is it for today. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Minute channel. I do want to apologize because I don't have the correct equipment.